Hey gang, we are at the end of our 9th week of the semester. This is Woodby Farmer in Silver City, New Mexico. Just leaving the campus of Western New Mexico University. Yes, I've cut my hair back a little bit. I've cut the beard off. I've cut the beard dreads. I've cut my nasty dreadlocks. I think I finally realized that I'm trying to preach harmony here. I'm trying to preach harmony. And a lot of African Americans didn't feel harmonious with me because of my dreadlocks. And granted, my beard dreads naturally, so there wouldn't be an argument there. Well, shouldn't be an argument there. But the hair on my head has to be twisted to do the dreadlock thing. Well, I suppose if I was unconscious on a desert island for a year, somebody stuck an IV in me and didn't do anything to my hair, it would mat quite a bit, but it's not going to be quite the same thing. I think you know where I'm going with. So I cut them all off. Okay, nonsense. Back to the school thing. Yes, I'm 63. I'm back at the university, studying in the life sciences. I plan on earning a botany degree or maybe a cell biology degree. Not sure. I may minor in philosophy. I may do a botany major with a cell biology minor. I may minor in Spanish. I don't know. That's why we go, and that's why we take different courses. Technically, I'm a junior. They transferred 70 credit hours in. Of course, they should have only transferred 60. It's kind of a laughing joke right now that they wrote down, I think they wrote down 10 hours twice. I think I took an English comp the first semester. I think they gave me credit for it twice and a few other courses. But anyway, whatever. We'll sort that out. I'm not worried about that. But of the 3 classes I am taking right now, I'm taking the basic zoology course they call Animal Form, Function, and Diversity. Back when I was in school 40 years ago, we would have called that basic zoology. Of course, they have different names for things now. I think I'm still a Homo sapiens bipedal hominid. I think I still am, but who knows. Just started the Intro to Philosophy course. That wasn't to be over 16 weeks. That was to be a late start, fast track. So basically it's a 3-hour course done in half the amount of time. So I look at that as a 6-hour course that's just been added. It's just been added to my regimen. So while I was doing okay with 6 hours, now I have that additional course that's going to feel more like 12 hours, which is fine because that's the lightest load that you can have to be considered a full-time student. And I am trying to transition into being a full-time student, so this works for me. And I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine in Spanish. I have I think a 98.89 in the class, and my biology score is at a 97 right now. So I'm doing well. I'm fully prepared for this, and one would expect that. Only taken 2 courses, so I had the time to study, so I'm doing all right. And here's one thing that I have found interesting with all of my professors. They don't seem to be in a hurry administratively to be all over it. I sent an email to my philosophy professor on Monday. I looked at the syllabus, and the syllabus had 3 typos or misspellings. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, whatever. Not the end of the world, but I thought, if you're going to put in your syllabus how you expect college work to be performed, and you're gonna delineate these strict grading policies and expectations of how papers are to be written and how we're to follow syntax and spelling and word use, and if you need help, you go here, you can get a tutor, you can get somebody to help you with your writing, and then you put something It's a philosophy class, so there may be a really important reason why he's doing that. I'll give you one of the examples. It was he wanted us. There were 5 things he wanted us to do in one of our videos, and he listed them as 1, 2, 3, 3, and then at the end he added another one. So that was one thing he did. I sent an email to him asking him and letting him know that as someone who's considerably older than the average student, I wanted to know, in this online course, do we have any specific time where we do meet together as a Zoom call? Do we do actually have class time? Because in the syllabus he mentions class time. So, so we're having a class. So I sent that email to him on Monday. In his syllabus, he said he responds to emails 24 to 48 hours. Give him 24 to 48 hours. Well, this is Friday. It's lunchtime. I sent it Monday at lunchtime, so this has been not up on my math skills, but is that 5 days? 4 days? Monday plus 4 days is Friday. 4 days, and that's 24, 48 times 2, so that's more than 48 hours. He hasn't responded. Okay. Again, not the end of the world. My biology professor, animal form function, and I think she's great. I'm learning a lot from her. I talked to her. I've gone to see her for questions, and she's been fantastic. She said I could make up a quiz one time, and then when I went to ask her, because I had to go to a dentist, I had dental surgery. It's just things that happen to old people. So I went and asked her about if I could make up the test, the quiz that I missed. It was a quiz, not a test. And she said, sure, just come in and let me know. So I came in one day and talked to her about it. She said, I've decided I'm not going to let you all do that. You can drop your lowest score, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, again, her syllabus talks about integrity and this, that, and the other, and then she tells me that she's going to let me retake the quiz because it wasn't some silly reason I wasn't going to be there. And she said, no, I decided against doing that because it's just too many people trying to get out of doing this, that, and the other. And I find that weird, especially she's taught here since 2010 maybe, so that's a good chunk. So she knows how to teach these courses, and she was a teacher before she got here. She's my age, so I was like, that's just kind of weak. And my Spanish professor, I know I'm whining here, but I think it's important that I get this. I need to vent. My Spanish professor, in his courses, he's developing the course with us as students. So it's like a beta course. It's like and he even mentioned this, that we're his guinea pigs. And I jokingly said, it's a good thing he didn't call us lab rats, which he laughed about. And I like him. I like all these professors. I sent him an email on the 20th of February asking him about our grades, because if you go to one place online to see what your grade is, like in my case it says 57%. Well, that's because whatever algorithm is in this app is using some assignments that we weren't supposed to do, and it's looking at assignments that it thinks we're supposed to do that we weren't. So I've got a 57. Well, that's not a good grade. But if you go to another area, and if you look up the assignments that he says we're supposed to do, I think that he said we're supposed to do, and this fluctuates every week, then I have a 98.9 or something, basically a 9. I have a solid A. But I asked him, I said, in an email, I asked him, I said, is there any way that you can firm up exactly where we are, what we're doing? It's halfway through the semester almost, and we don't really know what our grades are. I haven't got a response from that email. I haven't got a response from it. I sent him another email before. I haven't got a response from that email, asking him a question about something. So I've talked to a couple of the older students that I've bumped into at the university, seniors. Not as in fourth-year students, but as in people over 60 years old. And the word on the street on this is that this university has a hard time getting professors. I don't buy that makes that explains it. I'm not. Maybe it's just we're just very relaxed here. We're just very relaxed here. But it seems to be a little bit inconsistent. Just a little bit too slack for me. Anyway, that was me doing a 5-minute video times 2. I didn't think I was going to be spending that much time doing this. I'll get back to you in another week. Maybe by that time I can get a response from my philosophy professor, because it's been a week already. I got more on that philosophy class. I don't think I want to. I'll do that in a video next week. Would Be Farmer out. Take care of yourself and live in harmony.